don't care how you get it. I'll hold them.
After you.
I'll start. I'm gonna walk up, and as I walk up, you're gonna see a shining light over me.
Okay. Hey everyone, welcome to the Rennok series. We are in our third session, and we will be doing a new setup. As you can probably see, I'm going back to an old setup that I used when I was DMing a while ago, using the iPad and just things like that. So this is going to be at the beginning of our new shorter episodes, where our breaks are going to be a little bit more frequent, and an episode should be somewhere between an hour and a half long. So we're going to be getting into episode 5, right? 5. This is episode 5.
That sounds right.
That sounds right. Episode 5. So if you are enjoying the show, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share the video, and we appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get into it. So do you guys remember where you left off last time?
Yes.
Yes.
We had to get a bunch of signatures.
Just watched
We just split up. Or we were about to split up?
You guys were about to split up.
Yeah,
That's
we
how
were all
people
talking
die.
in the center, right?
Mm-hmm. We met up. Yeah, we met up in the middle. We were going to go find that snake, that serpent dagger.
And there was the
We're gonna go pick flowers.
Flowers
for the
and
dye.
Oh yeah, for the
overgrowth.
dyes.
it's my favorite difference.
Our adventure sounds so pleasant. We're gonna go pick flowers.
3 dragons later.
Oh god.
So, and as I understood, the group was that Silas, Cypher, and Alistar are heading towards the northern docks.
Mm-hmm.
And Mesh, Kel'Saru, and Artemis are heading to forage in the overgrowth. Yep.
This is gonna be fun.
That's exactly how it was. And there's nothing that's gonna change that.
We need to readdress these groups. It's feeling a little bit lopsided.
Can't hear you
Well,
all the way over here with the
Let's
northern
go ahead.
dogs.
You guys still have Kel'Saru with you right now, so he's still chatting with
Okay.
you guys.
Hey.
In fact,
Is he
we'll
gonna
go
lay
ahead
down
and
and take a nap?
Huh?
Is he gonna lay down and take a nap?
Yeah, he's
on the road?
no, you guys are there. Well, we'll go ahead and hop into it, I guess, because what ends up happening is while you guys are talking and discussing, you do hear shouting that can be heard in the distance. It's the sound of a young man comes racing towards you guys. You guys can hear, Aru! Aru! Kel! He appears through some commoners walking about. There is a young-looking Neastral dressed in cloth, but his colors resemble that of Kel'Saru's armor. He catches his breath, bending over, and as he does, you guys can see the small antlers that have just begun to grow on his head. His barken skin is ungroomed, freckled with small sprouts of plant life, and what appears to be the beginning of small flowers. He breathes heavily. I was sent just after you left. The Droastrals. There's an army that's. We need you. We need you back. And the kid pulls out a bag full of quartz. The passage is ready. We have to go. And Kel'Saru looks at him with fear and frustration. A Droastral army. Well, they shall see my flail. He turns to the rest of you, brings a hand to Alistar's shoulder, and nods. I'm sorry, my new friends, but I must tend to this.
Yeah, it looks like he ran all the way here.
Yes, what happened?
Yeah.
We just docked. So I heard there was a Allegrin. I can't pronounce his name, but there was a captain who said he brought you here. Told me where I might find you. Okay, well.
Good luck, Kel'Saru. This sounds very important.
Does.
Yes, the Droastrals are a bit of a sworn enemy. Creating an army is definitely out of character, but we'll see what may come of that.
Safe travels. You will be missed.
Hopefully I will see you again.
Yes. Droastrals?
Droastrals. D-R-A.
D-R-A.
All right. He takes off. You see him fade within the crowd. stepping with the young Neastral who came to catch him, heading towards the southern docks.
Oh,
And the table's yours.
gosh. If only we all had such important tasks at hand. Well,
What we do? Picking flowers.
yeah. And getting
Dagger?
daggers. Well, nothing to do about that.
Let's move on. Who's going with who?
It seems like the
Probably
groups
split
are uneven now.
Yeah, suddenly rethinking this.
Lady Orsunder, you can't be concerned about the overgrowth, just picking some flowers, are you?
You're right. What's the worst that could happen? Are we ready?
Yep. I'll come with you too.
The last words of Mesho Thunder.
If
What's the worst that could happen?
I think the two of you could probably handle some thugs with a dagger, especially if you don't even have to get seen while you're getting it, I'm assuming. Well,
Maybe. We'll see.
I do want to see the overgrowth. I did want to last week too.
It's only been like 20 minutes
Not
since
even.
since we started talking about the overgrowth, so I don't know.
How time flies.
It felt like a
Or
month ago.
drags.
Yeah.
Really long.
Felt like a week ago.
Oh yes.
But
I feel
no,
a little ill today. I'm sorry.
I owe you one, so definitely we'll go get this dagger.
Let's go.
You guys have fun picking flowers.
Will you two be okay? Just the two of you?
I slam my shield. Yes, we will.
If we do not hear from you for a certain amount of time, should we be concerned?
Well, how are you going to hear us when we're over here in the northern docks and you're in the forest? Are we supposed to scream for you all?
I mean, like, you know, if it's been like 3 days.
Assume we're dead if it's in 3 days.
Oh, right.
It's been 3 days, we're probably dead.
Were we planning on meeting up back here?
We have dinner plans.
Dinner.
So I guess if we don't meet for dinner.
Don't meet for
Yeah.
dinner. All right, they're dead.
So maybe there's a sooner timetable you should be worrying if we don't make it to dinner.
All right, that's
But 3 day dinner, 3 days, I could see.
And just to reiterate, we are meeting back at the Ocean View Inn, correct?
That's where dinner is
For
to be
dinner.
held.
For
Yes.
dinner. Alright. Best of luck. May the gods favor you.
Don't die.
Oh, those are amazing pep talks.
I'm just gonna turn around and start walking.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stand for a second, awkwardly looking at everyone walking away from each other. Like, oh wait. I'll come after you.
All right. So you, Cypher, you have decided to join the girls into the overgrowth.
Yep.
All right. And you two are going for the stolen blade. Okay.
Wait, is it Cypher or the other dude?
You know me as Caden.
You can call him whatever you want.
Yeah.
Caden, Cypher.
I was
I'm
introduced
sorry,
as
just call
Cypher,
him.
but you can call me
Yeah.
Caden.
And the first
I
name is
thought so.
Caden. The last name is Cypher.
So both names are correct.
So.
How formal do you want
Yes.
to be? Yes.
All right. We are gonna
Yes.
start with
Bitch, I
Silas and
Ooh,
Silas and
we're
Alistar.
All right.
Oh, she's
The two of you set out through the curvy roads that is the north. You set out through
Those
the curvy
curvy
roads
roads.
to the northern docks. The commotion of the marketplace.
So should we put our minis on the map?
Yes, it would be good to have that just so that.
So we're gonna. I swam here like that guy who didn't pick up Kel'Saru and ran from the nation of the Neastrals to get him. Jesus. So that's where we're around here.
Sure.
Northern docks.
Yep.
Cool.
God.
What a party.
The commotion of the marketplace is dying down, but the commotion of the docks begins to be heard ahead of you. The scent of salt begins to fill your nostrils. The buildings part and you arrive at a large port, nearly twice the size of the dock you had arrived on just a day earlier. The ships here are much larger, cargo-bearing ships that bring large amounts of supplies or passengers in all at once. Your gaze is northwest, and to the left is the largest dock. Dock 4. with a massive ship and dozens of workers assisting with getting large crates off of it, some being pushed or slid down massive planks, others being hoisted and manned by pulleys and gently lowered onto wheeled platforms for easier mobility. With your gaze panning to the right, 3 other docks can be seen, each with several ships, some smaller, especially towards Dock 1, the northernmost dock, which is the smallest. A lot of the foot traffic scurries around. Several people in common clothes, but also several in armaments, move about chaotically, but a central building that sticks out and faces towards the dock seems to be attracting a lot of people in and out. At this angle, you two can see an iron rod protruding from the wooden building, and hanging from it, a deep faded green sign. On it, painted in a gold shade that has been lost with time, now appears more of a mustard colored, the port.
Is this where the shopkeep said that the dagger would be somewhere in here?
In this general area, really didn't get more specific than the northern docks. This might be a good place to start, though.
And so this looks like a bar or tavern or something to that effect?
Yep, especially as you get more of an angle.
And so it's a dagger with like a
Black and green dagger with an engraved serpent on the hilt, as far as I understand it.
So
Shouldn't be hard to miss at all.
If it is on someone's person that they're flaunting it, then it should be easy to spot. But
And I'm sure if someone has seen it, it wouldn't be easy to forget.
that's true. Well, let's go in here.
Okay.
See what we can find out.
So as you guys shift through the crowd and get to the door of the port, the occasional disgruntled look from a seafaring sailor who still carries the odor of one who hasn't bathed for a few weeks. The port is an extension to a building that actually faces the other side. And you guys are actually coming to this building right here.
Okay.
So most of these buildings are facing the other direction, and you're looking at the backs of buildings. This extension was well built, but not very well maintained. The earthy green paint that once may have been brightly beckoned travelers to it now has faded into the same townscape as the rest of the buildings. Large paned windows allow one to easily see the commotion inside, which seems filled with several patrons enjoying a quick drink or a bite to eat. Inside, you can see several tables with groups of humans and halflings, the occasional Dragana, and a couple of large-nosed astral men. Many of them are dressed in sailor's clothes. None of them are wearing armor, with the occasional person wearing simple or non-extravagant leather armor. You can notice a dagger or two, but it seems that any large arms have not been brought into the tavern. As you guys do enter, you can hear one person who kind of shouts out, "Hey, Heather!" And the crowd kind of dies down. A scruffy-looking man calls out to the bartender. Your gaze is pulled to the back left, where a full bar is well organized and well lit. A well-breasted woman looks up from the bar. She inhales deeply and brings her fingers to her mouth, forming a very loud whistling sound as the entire bar fades to a quiet for a moment. "Hey, sorry, you," pointing at you. "You can't come in here with that." And she begins to kind of gesture you out, shooing you outside.
With what?
And somebody kind of calls in, "All of that," and he points at all of your armor and your weaponry. And she continues to shoo you out, and the crowd kind of picks back up and continues to talk.
What do I do?
So she's like in our face, like is she like pushing me out?
No, she's actually far away from you guys.
Oh, but
So you
she's
guys
like
have
we just
come-
entered in.
You just
and
entered
she's
in.
like,
There's a lot of people sitting at several different tables, and a guy called out behind him, and she called out to you guys.
okay, well, I can wait outside while you get some info,
Okay.
and I'll keep a lookout for
Okay.
anything that matching. And should have like a signal if one of us
Good call.
Do you have something in mind?
I can yell your name.
Okay.
And that seems like the easiest and not way to get fucked up.
Okay.
Yeah. So go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and get some info. I'm gonna keep an eye out here. I'll just wait outside then.
Okay.
And I'll actually hand you. I'm gonna hand you 3 quartz.
Clear quartz.
Yes. Hand you 3 quartz so that if they need some talking, if you need more, come back.
Need some persuasion.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so where else they go?
Oh, I'm not
You yell,
good
I'll
for
come
this.
running. I don't care about these people in here.
In their wounds.
So you're gonna hang out outside.
Yeah, I'll keep so I'm gonna like have my back towards the. So I'll be like up against kind of like where the window was.
Mhm.
You said there was
Okay.
like a large window, so I could
Yep.
look back in and kind of
Yep.
see him, but also being able to have
Definitely.
my perception on.
It kind of has one of those, like the windows are there, and then it
Yeah.
kind of comes into where the door is, so you
Yeah.
can just post up next to
Yeah.
the next to the post between the window and
Perfect.
where it bubbles into the door.
So then
Cool.
I'll stay right there, and then I'll keep a lookout for people outside
What was
if
the
I see
name that was
anything.
called out? Start with an M.
No, it was Heather.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna approach. I'm gonna walk in towards the bar, towards this Heather woman.
Okay. So you kind of start shuffling through the bar. As you are shuffling through the bar, you are able to see it is pretty packed in here. You're kind of doing that like excuse me,
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking around at people's waists and.
And there are a couple of like table
Some big
games that are
dice.
happening. Some people who are playing with some dice or some cards, just simple games. Most of them are betting pale quartz or milky quartz, the occasional milky quartz, so just for fun. Some people are sitting down with food, some with drink.
Okay.
So you get over to the bar.
Yeah, I'm walking up to Heather. It was.
Yes, and at a closer glance, you can see that despite being a well-breasted woman, she does attempt to not be overly promiscuous with her dress. Her sleek red hair is pulled back and tied up in a bun, but her age braid dangles and begins to cup around her right breast. A cocked eyebrow and a smirked lip signifies that she's heard every pickup line known to man. Yes?
Sorry about my friend. I assure you that he doesn't mean any trouble.
No, it's no
just
problem.
very
We just...
proud of his heritage.
Oh, it's no problem. It's just we don't really causes a lot of people to they see it as peacocking, and they like to peacock back, and it just escalates things.
Oh, okay. So it's not. It's more so just to keep things in order in here. The other people.
Yeah, and she kind of looks around as best as it can be,
Makes sense.
but it's an unruly bunch. People are always looking for something exciting to happen. Somebody walks in with a lot of armor and weapons. They are ready to pick that fight.
Sure, recipe for disaster. I get it. I'm actually looking for
Handling other
information. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can help me with this, but I have a.
Listen, sweetie, I'm really busy. Are you getting a drink?
Yes, I am. And,
Okay.
Put a clear quartz on the counter.
How many drinks do you want?
Just one. You can keep the change.
And now you have my attention. She kind of waves over to her other friend. She brings the clear quartz into her pocket.
Good call.
I'm searching for a blade. A blade that was lost from a store in your market square. Actually, it shouldn't be hard to miss. A green and black blade with a serpent on it.
Okay. Artifact?
Artifact.
Artie.
Artie.
Yes.
He's looking for it.
Describe the blade to me again.
It is. First of all, it's green and it's black.
Okay.
And it has a serpent, it has a serpent on the blade. I just got a description of it. I didn't obviously. I
I
didn't see it
think
myself.
I've seen that blade before in
You have?
his shop.
In his shop. Okay.
And I thought someone had purchased it, but
Purchased.
well, yes, I've seen it here in the port.
Someone talking about a blade they just purchased like that.
No, she kind of starts looking around. just yesterday. I can't quite remember the guy's face. He might be in again. If you want to wait around, you might be able to see him. I thought he had purchased it because he wears it openly.
Was it someone that you like? Oh, this is the first time I'm seeing this person, or is this someone that comes in here and
Definitely seems like a first timer. Seems to be part of this group that's been here. They don't really have an established name, but there's a few of them that all hang out together.
a group? Would it be like is the group like the guild has running around, or just?
No, not Wayfinders. You hear whispers about them. You don't know what their name is, but apparently they're not people to really mess with. So just be careful with that.
Okay, so he has a group. Was he with a group when you saw him, or was he just?
I saw him with one or two other fellows.
Okay.
The dagger stuck out to me because I saw that it was Artie's dagger.
Yeah.
I just assumed he purchased it. Didn't think he would have stolen it and flaunted it the way he did.
Well, then it shouldn't be too hard to find. Well, I assure you that I have no intention of causing trouble here in your establishment.
Okay.
But I appreciate the information, and I'm going to we'll just keep an eye out.
He pulls out the clear quartz. Why don't you have a seat? I'll bring you a meal, drink.
I'll have an ale and something to eat.
Okay. Absolutely. Just find an open seat.
Okay.
You're able to find an open seat. Let's see here. So you need a meal and a drink.
Yep.
So you're able to find a table with 4 other guys and an open seat. There's no table that is by itself.
Empty,
So
yeah.
Four.
4 other guys in an open
Right.
seat.
Okay.
So you sit down. One
Sit
of the younger girls comes up. Lentil soup, or would you like maybe some cabbage or?
Soup sounds great.
Okay, lentil soup. And Heather told me, so I'll bring it right out.
Thank you.
So you kind of sit. She has put down the ale for you. As you sit, you're sipping. 2 of the guys are kind of engaged in conversation. 2 of the other guys are kind of sitting. One of them kind of with a bit of a smirk at you.
Jesus, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna pay him any mind, really.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So some time
Sure.
goes by. Alistair, you're outside. You're. Let me get a perception check with disadvantage. And
It's a really dirty window.
That
Natural one.
okay.
Hasn't been cleaned. in
The
a while.
dock is very busy.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of back and forth. You're looking. You're trying to catch eyes of anybody's belts who might be holding a dagger or displaying it, while also looking up. But it's just busy.
Yeah.
Just kind of keep an eye out. So you do see one person kind of go in and then come out because he's wearing medium armor as
Right.
well. Some time goes by. You
Is
get
this person still?
you get the soup, and he is just kind of still looking at you. It becomes more of like a humorous look and less of like it's not a challenging look. It's just kind of like a
Would you watch this for me for just a moment? And I'm gonna run outside real quick.
yeah.
Um,
He watches it.
peek.
Watches you leave.
Peek.
No,
peek.
it's his.
Peek my head out to Alistar. Alistar. It's on someone's person
Yeah. Kind of.
around here. Apparently they were just in here yesterday. I don't have a physical description, but he has a group that he goes around with, maybe 2 or 3 guys. But apparently he's just openly carrying it. So keep an eye out. I just
Yeah.
got food and drink. I'm gonna take a look in here for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Maybe see if he comes.
Yeah, I'm fine out here. There's been super crazy, but I'm gonna try and. So you said that there might be a few people coming in with
Yes.
it. Okay, so I'll keep an eye out for more than just one person.
Mhm.
Okay.
But it should definitely
Might
be
be
apparent.
flaunted.
He's
Yes.
He is flaunting it, and he's very proud of it.
I'm like stroking my mustache.
You good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'll-
I'm gonna go back into my table. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. He kind of scoots it a little bit closer.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
What's your name?
Taylor,
Taylor?
what's your name?
I'm Silas.
Silas. You came in on the southern docks yesterday, right?
I did. We did. Me and,
Right. Yeah.
Me and several others.
Meta Dragana.
Oh god.
That night.
Yeah, I did. I did. You were watching? You saw that?
Yeah, I'm with him.
It's kind of embarrassing.
He's a dick.
Yeah,
He's a dick.
yeah, it kind of got under my skin. Must be good at that, huh?
Yeah, that's kind of his shtick.
So, you're with him?
Yeah. Call to greatness. That's what we call ourselves.
That's your group?
Yeah.
Are you part of the guild?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Devrick's our captain.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, we met him. He apologized to us on Bo's behalf.
Yeah, he does it a lot. I won't. Bo's awesome. I found it fucking hilarious. And you guys kind of do look like you suck.
I don't know what the scale is.
I'm not trying to start something with you. I'm just being silly. So, Bo does that. I will let him do that.
See you around?
He's probably doing what he always does.
What's that?
There's a fighting field up by the farmer's market.
I heard something about that.
He likes to stay in shape, is what he calls it. And me and Chad here, we like to kind of kick back and relax. And Chad just kind of, the guy who he's been sitting next to, just kind of holds up nail.
Fucking Chad.
Chad.
Saw you come in with your friend.
Yeah. Maybe you could help me, actually.
Yeah, what's going on?
We're looking for something.
Yeah.
It's a blade. It's a very unique blade.
Okay.
We think it may have been stolen from a store here, and I've been tasked to find it. Green and black blade. Serpent on the hilt. Apparently someone's flaunting it around here.
Okay.
Just want to know if you've seen it.
Him and Chad kind of look at each other. When we're here, we're not really sizing anybody up, so
Sure.
we're
I
not,
mean,
we're not really
just
looking for
saw
that. But
If it stands out, rings any bells?
that type of stuff we don't really get into. So.
So even if you did see it, you wouldn't say anything to me?
No, if I did see it, I'd probably tell you.
Probably.
Maybe. Depends on the guy who's holding it, really.
Okay, I'll take a clear quartz and put it out on the table. This is jog your memory.
I apologize. No. He kind of like pushes it back. He's like, I will honestly tell you, I have not seen it. It's just, this isn't really the type of crowd where. I mean, maybe you could bribe a few people. And he kind of looks around. Why don't you go ahead and give me a perception check? You will have disadvantage on the perception check, though.
Natural one.
We're doing
We're
great.
getting them out of the way, though. That's good. Okay, so you kind of look around. Nothing seems to spark out. Yeah, there's probably a few people who you could pay to talk, but I haven't seen it. Don't need to pay me. You're doing fine.
Appreciate your honesty.
Why are you looking for the dagger?
I've been tasked to bring it back.
Has to bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, are you looking for recommendations?
Looking for
I
recommendations.
see. Okay. Cool. Well, best of luck.
Thanks.
I have a question. Is there a reason why your friend is decked out in full armor?
He's very proud of his armor, and he's very proud of his family, and he.
It's me outside.
Yeah, there's no particular reason. He's not trying to cause any trouble.
Okay.
Just likes to wear it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's okay.
Didn't really think about how it might stir things up in here.
I don't think he'd be at fault or anything like that, but yeah, wearing armor around town just doesn't always
sit well.
Yeah, Heather doesn't like to have people here. It's not my first time in Carrington Port. There's a few other places. I know that there's that really nice hotel. They're not fans of people coming with armor. Yeah.
Really?
Is that what it's called? It's just
Maybe.
down the ways. I think you can see it if you're just outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's big.
That's
got the
where
big
we're staying.
awning. Oh. Well,
last night. I don't know if we're staying there tonight.
gotcha. Well, yeah. So you just, you want to be a little bit careful where you're going. Some places won't let you come in if you're decked out too much, especially with a lot of the rowdy people that have been here.
Good to know.
So, well, why don't you enjoy your soup?
Oh, I will.
And
I'm actually about finished. Do you want the rest of this?
no. Chad's like,
Here you go, Chad.
kind of takes it. Thanks, man.
Finish just down the rest of my ale, I guess.
Cool. So you get up and start leaving?
Head out.
Awesome. As you get up to start walking away, you hear from another table right in front of you, this guy stands up and he says, "You fucking traitor!" And he stands up and just throws his plate at the guy across from him. You can see some dice on the table. And he's like, "Are you kidding me?" And he stands up and starts shouting back to him. You can hear a few people starting to get involved, and it's right in front of you. And he shoves the full table back, and the guy gets hit and knocked back. And as he gets knocked back, his hand kind of comes over and starts coming over at you. Why don't you go ahead and make an acrobatics check for me?
Okay. 20.
Okay, instinctively you take a step back to make sure that he doesn't hit you, but as you step back, you immediately run into another person behind you.
Oh,
The guy
sorry.
goes knocking back into the person behind him. That person gets up and, "What the fuck?" And he shoves him. The guy behind you that you just ran into turns around and is like, "Hey, back up," and knocks you forward. You start knocking forward into another person. It escalates. And now I need you to roll initiative.
Oh God, Nick.
Bar fight. I don't know why I made you roll initiative. You are the only person who's going to be involved in this. Because
Yell for
17.
Alistar.
Oh,
Yell for
17?
Alistar.
Oh, Alistar, what? Yeah, roll initiative for me. I forgot. You are rolling
I
initiative.
mean, you're standing right outside, so.
I'm not rolling this dice.
Wow, yeah, you need
Two
to
on,
stop.
two on, yeah. That's it for you, buddy.
Oh,
You're coming in
Right.
after the 30 people in the room that go.
I forgot my dice jail.
okay, oh my god, why am I... Oh, Silas.
What?
Dice.
Dice jail.
Alright,
Spell
Silas,
one
you got
really quick.
17?
I got 17.
What'd you get? Oh, not one.
Which, with my dexterity, is a 1.
I didn't like dexterity.
Okay. So, why don't we get started? Oh, I don't have like a rowdy bunch. You know what? Let's go ahead and have fun with it though. Yeah, I'll take it.
I'll say.
So, alright, so you are gonna have top of the round. As a guy, as things start escalating, you finally find yourself up, and a guy has your shirt in his hand, and he takes a swing and a punch at you.
Damn.
Oh god, he fucking misses.
Nice.
Too. So he kind of messes. You just kind of like, "Wah!" Like duck out of the way.
Yeah.
Now it's your turn.
I'm just gonna take the dodge action.
You're gonna take the dodge action.
Yeah.
Okay. So you take the dodge action. Then we're gonna have someone coming in after you. Oh my god. That's a 12. Doesn't hit you.
No.
Thank
Okay.
God for these shitty rolls.
Right. So another hit kind of comes for you. A person kind of gets thrown over. You see a table that just has been knocked over to its side, and the whole bar is getting involved in everything. And everything is chain reaction. You were kind of in the middle of this thing. It's your turn again. Are you gonna?
I'm gonna start trying to make my way to the front door.
Okay, so taking the doctor and trying to make your way to the front door.
Just need to
Okay.
get out of there.
With the dodge action, moving, you're gonna get several attacks of opportunity.
Do it.
Dang.
I am getting out of there.
All right, cool. So hang on, let me find
No
my
sense.
info
Kill them
on
all.
this.
Right.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I was like, I
heat
swore I had an
noise.
initiative
Right.
table for this.
Do it. Do it.
Are they registered, those fists?
Well, they're not registered as
Execute order 66.
What's a bad guy number? I'll say 6.
Oh, you know what? And I got too excited with it. We're gonna come back and make sure Alistar has his turn too. So let's hold off on that turn of you moving. Alistar, what are you doing? So you
So I
hear a
just start hearing-
whole commotion of people just start going crazy in the bar. You turn inside and it's just a beer bottle's getting thrown here. A chair's been like lofted over.
I'm Just trying to make out and see if I can see Silas and how he's looking or what he's doing.
Okay. It's pretty chaotic. Let me go ahead and get the perception check from you. No disadvantage on this one.
21.
21. Okay. So what happens is that you start. What you see is like the tip of his head, but what's the giveaway is the staff. It's kind of like like hopping through almost like a little shark fin in the crowd, but trying to like wiggle his way through. Is that what you're doing? Is that you're gonna be your turn?
I'll just yell to him, Silas, you need my help.
It's your turn.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
And is there a table?
Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and I'm gonna set a little bit of a scene for you guys.
Okay.
I apologize. Let's go ahead and hold this off for a moment. I want to give you some visuals to look at, just to play with. So we're gonna do it as a 5-foot scale. It's probably just gonna be like it is a big establishment, but we're not gonna.
Where was? I guess I don't know where my table was in relation to the room itself.
Your table was close to the bar, and the bar's back here.
Yeah. Okay.
And the front is, I'm like over
Yeah.
here.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
There you go.
And I won't be putting pieces, just pretty much you're kind of in difficult terrain.
Okay.
Every space is a piece.
Yeah. So yeah, every space is going to be kind of like a piece, but you're able to move through it.
Yeah.
Because of the kind of the bar fight sequence. So,
Mhm.
all right. It is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna start kind of picking up speed, and I want to get up on this table
Okay.
and then jump
All
to
right.
this table.
From table.
So I'm
Okay. Gotcha.
just gonna jump from that table to the next table.
We're gonna see if this table's Okay, so let me go ahead for the funsies of this. Let's get an acrobatics check, and I want to remind all of you guys: don't forget to use your wheel chips. You guys have 2 wheel chips. Get these out now. Don't forget to use them. The primary point of using them is that basically you get to re-roll a d20 if you want to. But you guys can also explore using them more creatively if you want to play with your element. Alright. So that's a 3.
It's an 8
8?
total for acrobatics.
Did you want to use the wheel chip?
No,
Okay, cool.
it's not incredibly hard.
So this one was tipped over on its
Okay.
side. So you go to get up onto it, and then move it, and then the intention in your mind is that you're gonna run up it, tip it over, and then be able to jump off of it and help use that motivation to vault you over to the next one. As you run up to it and you get your foot on it to move over, you realize 2 guys are actually hiding up against it, and the weight is now not distributed the way you anticipated it,
Okay.
which causes you to just kind of slip back down into the spot that you had started, or actually you can end up just jumping past them if you want.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's exactly
So
what
you
I'll
land
do.
here. We are going to do 2 attacks of opportunity. Oh my god. Okay. What was it? Does a 14 hit you?
No, it does not.
Okay. But a natural 20 does.
Is it one of the guys behind the table?
No, it's just some of these guys that are all around here just kind of going for you. So that's going to be 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
And you are knocked out.
And guys, I'm down.
3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Our health is shit.
He has a -3 to Constitution.
And this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 feet movement? Yeah, because you were about a space out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 feet of movement.
And then I'll spend a key point, step of the wind to dash.
Okay. You haven't really used your action yet. I'm considering this movement, what you've
So
done.
you can dash as just
Oh,
a regular
okay.
action.
I thought
but-
my
yeah,
okay. So
without
my
burning people.
attempt to jump wasn't like okay. Yeah. So I'll just go ahead and use my action, my regular action to dash.
Okay. What's your
Um,
total movement with the dash?
That would be 80 feet.
80 feet. Okay,
Damn.
you used 20, so you got 60 more feet to move around.
Well, you said it was difficult terrain, so is it half?
Oh, that's right.
Half?
It is difficult terrain, so you've used 40 feet already.
Right. So
And then yes,
So I'll just start. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So 40. We'll just
you
say
got 40 left.
50, 60, 70, 80, and now I'm gonna.
So I think you want to head towards me though, because I'm like at the door. Unless you're just trying to like go around now.
Oh, I was. Okay, so the door's in the center here.
Yeah, we'll say
Okay.
he's right next to the door.
Okay, so I'll go here.
Okay.
Just kind of straight down.
Gotcha.
And then
I think what we're gonna do is, depending on how much you move, because depending on how much you move, I'm gonna roll a dice, and this is how many opportunity attacks you're gonna take.
okay.
So you moved another 6 spaces. We'll roll 6.
I don't wanna look at it.
You get 6
It's
attack
6. You know it's 6 when I'm laughing like that.
This is amazing! Where did it go?
All right,
You're
you're
good for
just
us already.
you're
Okay,
just
so
thugs.
instead of step of the wind, I'm gonna use patient defense. But that's only gonna be one of them.
And you can definitely do that next turn. Okay, so I know that my 7 roll doesn't hit, but does a 18 hit?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're taking 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Like 2. I'm like an anime or something.
This isn't the right song I was hoping for.
No, I wasn't knocking it or anything. I was
It's like
just
when we watch the anime, it's like
and
we
then,
know
like
that
you said, an
voice
8,
actor,
12
and
12
he's
doesn't
sitting
hit?
there like,
Nope.
But a 20 does.
Yes.
So that's another 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
And then we Google it, and it's like,
And then the last 2 hits from your opportunity attacks. I know one misses, but the other one's going to hit because of 21. That's just another 2 points of bludgeoning. So you move around. Alistar, it's your turn.
Okay, so
Fireball.
I'm gonna use fireball. No, I'm just kidding.
You don't have fireball. You're only level 4.
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy, and I'm going to have it create this loud sound of me slamming on my shield.
Ooh.
It's gonna be ding, 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 and then I'm just gonna use it also to like boom my voice and just be like, enough.
dang!
Okay. I'll make the ruling. You gotta choose one or the other.
Ooh.
The voice or the shield. Are you gonna bang your shield and do the voice, or are you gonna make your shield loud?
I'm gonna I'll make my voice loud.
Okay, make your voice
Yeah.
loud. Okay, so there's a
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah,
and it just echoes through, and they're like you see like all of these people just like, and it all just gets silent for a
Well,
moment,
it
and
has-
everyone looks over at you.
And
Okay, what do you
Yeah,
want to do?
Well, I'm gonna take the break, the moment, and
Okay,
Go!
cool. Let's go ahead and get the movement. It's still difficult because you're moving kind of between people.
okay.
So let's get that
So
movement.
let's dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
you're so close.
Okay,
So close.
and I just want to get like a dexterity save.
Okay.
Just see how things go.
Hey.
Come on,
15.
Nick.
Okay, so there's a lot of like, excuse me, that's my friend.
Yeah.
As you're walking through,
That's fine.
they all just kind of look at you. There's this pause, and you see Silas just kind of like,
Yeah.
like hopping through and kind of moving, slithering through everyone. They all just kind of stop, look.
And then I'm just gonna look at Heather and be like,
Heather's like, everyone stop! And the guy's like, you see one guy just kind of like drop to the ground, and everyone else is like, dude. And he's like, that one was personal. Like, you don't know the story. They're like, it was okay. Everyone kind of just kind of calms down. They all kind of like shaking hands.
Oh my god.
like
I'm
nice dude. Like
right,
like
right,
looking at each
yeah.
other, like look at the Shriner. They're like setting up chairs and putting things back up. They all kind of like participate in the cleanup of getting things back to the
That's
ordered
nice.
chaos that it was, and kind of sit down, and you begin to hear the chatter starting up again. But a little bit more specific, like, nice hit, oh my god, did you see the as they all get real excited about the bar fight they all just had.
I love this. I can't believe I took a third of my health getting out of this.
just. Getting
Oh
punched.
shit.
So did you like? So he comes back. He's like punched up and stuff.
A little bit,
He's
yeah.
got some bruises
Little
and
little
shit.
beat up.
Oh my god.
Hey, you should go get a recommendation. To stop the bar fight. You want to go back in there?
I'm
You
not
want to
going back in
go back in there? I can go in.
Back in there.
So as the two of you were discussing that, there's a few people who are getting the fuck out of there
Yeah.
though. So you guys kind of see like somebody kind of, a couple people kind of pushing through. One of them nudges you on accident, but really hard, kind of hits you back. As you kind of get hit back, your glance kind of catches him, and you can see the dagger hanging off the side of his belt as he goes kind of running towards the northern dock.
Do I see it or does he see
I'm
it?
gonna immediately point it out to Alistar
Oh.
subtly. I'm just gonna
Get out of
grab
here.
it and point.
Dagger.
The dagger.
The dagger.
And you said
Dagger.
he's basically running.
He's got it
Yeah,
in his
he's
hand.
running.
You're
Um,
faster than I.
Yeah.
I think that's the point.
what have I done? Oh,
Yeah, it's upside
What
down.
Yeah,
have
you
you
rotated
done?
it.
there we go.
No, it was the other way.
You're the
I
other
think
way.
it was the. I think you flip it over.
Yeah, I think this was meant to be.
No.
that way.
Yeah, that's the bottom.
No, this is how I've always had it. Oh,
They're
you guys are
fucking
hilarious.
with
you guys are so funny. So funny, seriously. Okay, here we go. All right. So you guys are in the port, and a guy. Let me actually find the description. I apologize. So you guys do see the stolen dagger fastened to a belt on a red shirt, a red-shirted man in brown pants. The person carrying is attempting to exit the bar, or I'm sorry, has exited the bar, and is heading towards the right. He's heading for the more northern dock.
Looks like he needs to see top of brown pants and a red shirt.
Did we get his
He had the
attention?
right idea for
Follow.
what's about to
Have
happen.
the green
Those
dagger on his
brown-
belt.
Those
He
colors
was
are
smart.
all-
He wore the brown
Brown
pants.
Alistair, should we engage or just follow?
You're,
What do you think?
yes, we should catch him right now. What do you mean?
Sorry. Should we engage or follow? Yes.
I mean, like, is
You're.
okay, yeah, he's running. Okay, so I'm gonna.
I saw you move through that crowd. I know you could probably catch up to
Yeah.
him, and I'll be behind you.
Yeah, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start after him.
Okay.
But I'm trying to not make it
You're right.
obvious that I'm chasing him.
Okay, so you're not doing a dead sprint. You're just keeping up.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me go ahead and get a. Are you keeping up with him, or are you just? Are you,
If
I
he's not
guess-
sprinting, it's
like that guy's kind of running. It's not
Yeah.
a dead sprint, but he's kind of got a jog. He's well he maintains a jog until he gets like a safe distance away from like a heavy
You
crowd.
said he's
And
running. Sorry.
so he's running this way.
Yep, he's
Is there,
running
like,
up this way.
Does it look like there's like? Is he just running in that direction, or is there like a ship there?
There is a ship there. So he is running in that direction.
Okay.
He maintains kind of like a run out of the bar, maintains a jog for several paces, and then kind of like brings it down to a slow hustle, and then kind of just starts, when you like just let your hands dangle, and he starts kind of walking and continues moving through. As I understand, you're keeping up with him, not directly sprinting at him, right?
I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna run straight.
So you
straight
are
to
sprinting
him.
for
I
him.
am now. Yeah.
Okay, a dead sprint.
If he's
What are
dead
you doing?
sprinting, then I'm gonna.
Then you're gonna dead sprint as
sprint
well.
with him.
Okay.
Because this guy, just.
I'm
Have
gonna.
fun.
Then I
Also,
think.
your arm was sprinting in the middle.
Man, I think we
30
do
feet.
still need to play with the. Without this actually, because I need to get. I want to get an idea of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of.
It happens. I want to get an idea of distance from you guys. For you guys.
Yeah.
You're not being very stealthy. Your armor is
So
nice.
let's go ahead and get
I
this
was
guy.
never going to be.
You guys.
No.
When I
Still
put,
pretty
so just so you
funny.
know,
Yeah,
none of you have
exactly.
gotten a read on him, so this does not reflect his capabilities.
Right.
We'll say he is running. We'll say that he's kind of gotten about this
That far.
distance, and then I've got you here.
Sure.
All right, this is about the distance. you go into a dead sprint for him.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. You
Okay.
can catch him.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, right?
Yeah.
Maybe not quite.
I'm gonna.
That's 80 feet, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you're
five
able
foot
to cut
scale.
him off.
So you're able to run straight at him.
so it's gonna
But what I'm wanting to do is I wanted to make sure that you could get there, because now the next thing is you have to make a stealth check.
Yeah, okay.
But you have disadvantage because
You're sprinting.
you are sprinting at him.
Come on.
Oh yeah.
That's a 19.
It's a
Yeah.
Wait for my disadvantage.
Okay,
Let's
he
go.
does not.
Yeah.
He does not hear you. So you kind of come right up behind him, and you're wanting to swipe it off of him,
Ooh.
or are you wanting to talk to him? This
Fuck
is the
that,
scene's
yeah.
yours now.
I mean,
What do you want to do? How do you want to do it?
just fucking take it. Let's get the fuck out of
I'm
here.
going
What is your
to.
recommendations?
Right.
Um,
You hear Alistar in the back? Just fucking.
I'm gonna get the jump on him, and I'm gonna take my quarterstaff and just right in his back.
Oh, you're going for a hit. Okay, attack roll. All right, attack roll.
Alright, so how does that conversation go?
Yeah,
it's a
about that
16.
dagger.
You're definitely gonna hit.
Okay.
What's the
So we
damage?
find out he actually did purchase it, and the guy
He's
was
like, what
ready
the
selling it.
fuck?
It's not even a safe dagger.
Right. It's. Oh, it was the other black one.
With
Four.
the serpent on it.
4 points of damage.
This one
Okay,
is
so you
green and
come up
black,
and
not
hit
black
him.
and green.
Stop.
So you hit you hit
Yes.
him. You got your action, and you have a bonus action if you want to punch him. If you're going for that, or if you're just hitting him and seeing what he does.
I
Quarterstaff's a
will.
D8 if you're using both
Sweep
hands.
the leg.
But,
Oh.
yeah, whatever. You already
Yeah.
did.
Next time.
I'll do it next time. I'll go ahead and throw in flurry of blows.
So we're hitting a flurry of blows.
Well,
This guy's like, I just want this. Go for it. Stun.
Oh my god, that's right. You can do three attacks. All right, so key point for flurry of blows. Let's get the
And this is my first time doing
5
flurry of blows. Do I roll for those attacks?
each attack. Yeah. So
Okay.
this is gonna be your next attack.
And what sort of modifiers do I add to that?
It's unarmed strike, so you get your plus your dexterity and your
Just like a
proficiency
quarterstaff.
bonus.
Oh,
Just
okay.
like quarterstaff.
Cool. So 18.
18. You should still be at a D4, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's another 2. Second one. It's a 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
10's not gonna hit.
Okay.
But the 2 is gonna hit. So
do
you
I add anything to that?
Yes.
Just straight
oh yeah,
damage.
you do.
So
You-
5.
So,
So 5. Cool. So you did 4 the first time, and then 5 the next time. 9 points of damage total. So you hit him. Shout out, stop. You go for a kick, to which he immediately ducks out of, and then you just sorry, I want to hit him with the quarterstaff. Go for the kick, which he ducks out of, and then just immediately put your foot comes down. So as the kick comes up and he ducks down, your foot comes down and he immediately comes right back around. So he kind of ducks out of it and then gets hit down, taking the 9 points of damage. In just a moment.
He dies.
He does not die, actually.
He's a commoner.
And to which he is going to turn around. Fuck. He's going to turn around, reach for his blade, and then disengage from you and start booking it down the pier, screaming, "Seasons fall! Seasons fall!" And he continues running
What
down
the
the
hell?
pier towards the ship. You do see 2 other guys start running down the planks. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna
Well,
hold my position right there and wait for Alistar to catch up with
Okay,
me.
so all right, cool. So we're gonna take that time. The guy kind of runs out. The other 2 kind of show up. He points. They all kind of start pointing, and there's this distance from you guys, maybe about 50 feet, and they're just there, and it's you guys doing this long distance stare down.
Drop the dagger.
I mean, give it to us. Don't just drop it.
Throw it over here.
Fuck you!
All right.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna start
We'll
walking
start
over.
going. Yeah. Start heading towards him.
You're gonna head towards them.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys start heading towards them, and they start heading back towards the ship.
Oh no.
You're fat. I'll no. I'll,
They're close to the ship. You guys are at a difficult distance where even you're sprinting, they will
get onto the ship.
they will be at their ship. Home field advantage.
Yeah, we don't know how many people are on that ship,
We have no idea. Fuck.
but we need that dagger.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, let's.
Let's go.
But you guys know where the dagger is now.
It's on the ship with the guys.
I totally get
We
it.
can get it now. down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are going?
I'll go. Yeah, I'll start walking over. I'm gonna like saunter over. Like I don't give a fuck.
Okay, so you just start kind of like.
yeah, with all my armor and everything. I'm like,
Okay.
yeah, let's go.
Bad decisions were made.
I'm sure they are. I'm
This is
pretty
what
sure.
happens when you
Yeah.
split the party.
I'm pretty sure this is 100% in my character. So.
It's gonna be the
Okay.
newspaper tomorrow.
So-
Two bad men die on ship. They're attacking innocent man.
Yeah, exactly right.
I'm all for this. This is great.
When you're in,
Oh, they're
no,
gonna be
we
late
won't.
for
We won't do
dinner.
the break yet. We'll go ahead and keep moving with this. All right. So, let's go ahead and set up a visual.
Is that the ship?
Now, unfortunately, because of like making sure that I had everything written out the way I wanted it to be and be prepared for you guys, I didn't have the time to like put in like a detailed drawing, especially for things that I wasn't entirely sure if you'd get to.
But we sprinted for it. Or
Sometimes ship happens.
Sometimes shit happens. This is true. Can't argue that.
I'm not 100% confident, but I'm like, yeah, pretty good.
I'm pretty
I
confident.
mean,
Number.
pretty sure you're the only one wearing armor too. So you
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if they want to go after me, it's gonna be a hard time.
armor, shield, yeah.
If you want to go after me, you're gonna have a bad
Bad
time.
time,
Thank you, Matt Parker and
I'd
Street
be a
Trace
lot
it.
more
That's not
confident if I hadn't had a portion of my health shaved off in the bar.
Right. Yeah.
You got this, buddy.
Where was the road when we needed him?
Not here.
Not here.
Where was what?
I should play the book.
The rogue when we needed him. Just snatch it right off the belt.
That was an option too. Bro.
Yeah, it was an option.
Yeah, this is more fun.
But it was a bad option.
What?
Oh, awkward.
Okay. So,
I'm so nervous about
This race can be fine. It's only a medium-sized ship.
this is a 10-foot scale.
Only 200 people.
Oh wow!
It's actually a
wowie wow.
It's a 10-foot scale.
It's a warship.
It's a. It
So
is.
each
it
space is
works.
2.
It's 10-foot scale, but it is not
It's
completely
like
a scale.
150
Mm.
feet wide.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's looking a lot like the ship that I had in my first session I DM'd.
You
Yeah.
said this was the smallest dock.
It is the smallest stuff.
With the
Yeah, I mean,
biggest ship.
when I originally put, because I was gonna try to draw it, I was gonna do it at 10-foot scale, but you guys are right. It's too big, so we'll leave it at 5-foot scale.
Thank Christ.
Perfect. So, 5-foot scale, and you guys do have a plank that leads to the ship.
Since there's a smaller scale, it means there's less people on it, right?
No, that means they
100
just like they're
people.
just more crowded. They just you know.
The people
They double
themselves are
bunk
not
up,
half the
yeah.
size.
It's a bunch of dwarves.
Hey, get out of here!
So
Alright.
3. Was one of them the guy with the dagger? That's all
Yeah.
that's all I care about.
Number 1 is the guy with the dagger.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys start to approach. Are you sauntering, not a dead sprint, right?
Correct.
Okay, sauntering, not a dead sprint. Let's head over. You guys are now on the pier, so there's a little bit more of a less of the crowd, a little bit more of just the sound of the waves. Yeah. And the 3 of them are. I see the 2 of them there.
One.
You guys just see the 2 of them as you. Oh, no problem. I thought, sillily enough, I thought I had headphones on, and then Mike just like, or did something, and I was like, what? Okay, so you guys, hopping back into the narrative of this, you start sauntering. You're kind of catching your breath, getting ready for what you guys are about to do. You get up to the top. You see the guy that he does not look good, by the way. 2 points of health when you finished your hits.
Damn.
2 points of health. He's kind of sitting there like tired, but he's still waiting for you guys, holding on to his blade. His friend is there with him, And as you guys approach the pier, the third friend who comes back from somewhere.
I'm gonna draw an arrow.
A short bow. Oh, that's right, the short bow. So you get the quarterstaff kind of cinched up. You notch an arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Are you pulling it back or just kind of notching it? Right.
Yeah, notching is just kind of resting.
Just
Okay.
Just have it
to
Notching
where
it.
they can
I'll,
see
I'll
it,
have
obviously.
both my shield and my mace out.
And they're all kind of staring at you. A lot of they're dressed in a semi-uniformed way. They all tend to favor a red shirt and some sort of brown pants, though they're not the same. One of them's wearing cloth pants. Another one actually has leather pants.
It's
Let's-
like farm shit.
They're wearing, the State Farm shit. They're wearing khakis.
Khakis and
No
red shirt.
polos.
And I apologize. I want to give you a description of the ship so that you guys know what you're looking at.
Was it Dave from State Farm?
Jake.
Jake.
I'm actually getting flashbacks. I had someone call in when I worked at State Farm. They're like, "So, what are you wearing?" Hello, can I help you?
Khakis.
I did say khakis because I was like, I'm humoring him.
Okay. So now that you guys have gotten closer to the ship, you see the darkened wood that gives it its black color. The trim of the ship painted a crimson red. And the masts still a standard brownish tan. The masts are 1, 2, and 3. Still a brownish tan. And that is what you guys see. The sails are, of course, up, so it's pretty open. The two guys are there. The third guy kind of walks up, and the guy with his dagger is just kind of looking at you with the notched arrow.
Where did you get that dagger?
I found it.
You found it?
Yeah.
Did you find it in a case inside of a store?
No, I found it on a shelf inside of a store.
Listen, friend. We're here. You know what you did. Just hand over the dagger. No one else has to get hurt.
Get hurt? I don't think you know what you're getting into right now.
I gestured to myself. I think you know that I do know what I'm getting into.
You see several more kind of come up to this.
health.
Just keep your distance.
We don't want a
Rabbit
scene.
boy.
You guys can walk away and everything can be fine, or you can try this. And then the one with the dagger is gonna step out of like your field of view because he doesn't want you to do something stupid and it to cause his life. So he does step back.
Gotta get that dagger.
We don't. All you have to do is hand over the dagger, and everyone walks away happy. That's all it takes.
The rest of them kind of sit and just look at you.
I really don't want to kill anyone for a recommendation. Okay. Alright.
Now they know that we're like an aside, not now, obviously. But they know that we're onto them now. I mean, if we don't get it now, then it's gone. Yeah, they chose they stole it. We have to get it. Or we can just say, forget this recommendation and move on.
Oh, you know what? I apologize. The last two that came out are wearing leather armor. Taking the time to...
Bunch of swashbucklers.
They don't look so strong.
No, they don't. The beefy guys are wearing leather armor. And if we could control the battle on the plank.
Oh my god, this is suspense
I can-
killing me.
Do you
wanna
start
do this?
notching
I can,
crossbows?
yeah.
They start notching crossbows.
Those fours notch crossbows and get them on the rail.
Guys.
You get the dagger. I'll hold them to me. You just go for the guy with the dagger, get it, and we can come on.
Oh my god.
I think I can hold their fire while you get it. You just have. I saw you move. You're fast.
Okay.
Just get it from him. I don't care how you get it. I'll hold them.
After you.
I'll start. I'm gonna walk up, and as I walk up, you're gonna see a shining light over me.
Okay, what's the shining light? What are you doing?
Shield of faith.
Shield of Faith.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
my
Oh,
shield starts going.
my hands are sweaty.
Shield of Faith has a verbal component.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh my god! I can't fucking move. Alright, so you just
I just start walking up, and I just like boom, and it just lights up with the shield.
okay. So you kind of with your mace, right? You
Yes.
got a mace. You hit your shield. You activate your holy symbol, and this light kind of just emits from it like a flare, just a few feet above you, and just kind of comes back down. And you can see this light energy just kind of form around, shining like a shimmering metal around you as you start fucking moving forward. Up. Oh my god. Alright,
Nick.
we're rolling initiative.
Yeah, I'm also gonna put away my bow and quarterstaff back up.
Okay, so you're swapping out.
God.
Yeah.
We're rolling some initiatives.
Okay.
Oh my god, Nick.
Hold on, I just need to pull something.
Get your shit together.
You should
Yeah, take a moment.
Run like the wind.
So it was fun making this character.
What's
Yeah, I
wrong?
gotta ride.
Yeah,
Initiative?
neither-
Meanwhile, the three of us are
Yes,
like,
we
these
are
are nice
doing
flowers.
You guys are like, what a lovely shade. That she'll love this.
It'd be perfect. Now you're like in the middle
No
of combat.
conflict. Yeah.
You're like,
What fuck?
This is great.
Jean-Luc,
I
are
feel
you
bad.
regretting not being
Just
part
a-
of this?
just a little
Just
bit.
a little bit.
Just a little bit.
You should have known the boys were just gonna say fuck it and just go for it.
Yeah.
That is definitely
This is what
surprising.
happens
So,
when the girls aren't there to reason.
Right.
alright. What's your initiative?
18.
18.
23.
Yeah, let's
That-
go.
that's
We
right.
just
Let's
need to
go.
get it
Did
and
you
get
roll?
out.
Did you roll a 20 on
Yeah,
that?
I rolled natural 20.
You got healing spells,
Now is the
right?
time.
In case he goes
I
down.
did.
Alright, you're covered, man.
Okay. I do have a.
Oh my god, this
Is
is
this
like
art?
so perfect.
Almost,
it's very,
yeah,
It's
it's
very
like-
Pirates of the Caribbean which is perfect because you guys are on a ship.
Sorry, guys. I'm looking for.
Ah!
Yeah, now's the time.
Now's the time
Now's the
for
time for you to
on.
roll that together. You know what? I'm gonna adjust all that later. I just needed to get this information here.
Mario the composer.
Okay. So, what was your initiative?
18.
18? Okay.
Excited.
Let me just put you off to the side for a moment because I don't think anyone's gonna beat Silas, so I'm just putting this first.
I don't want to go first.
All this fun
Just
stuff.
run.
You're,
Focus on running and dodging.
Go up the side of the ship.
we know he has 2 hit points left. 1 punch.
That's just
Five.
run on
Right.
the side.
One punch, take the dagger.
Run on the
go back.
rail.
Jump on heads as you're
Right?
Aladdin.
be a street rat.
I don't buy that.
Holy baby, closer.
Pound, light goes up, comes down, and just forms this shimmering, almost like a translucent metallic shield around for Shield of Faith. That's what starts the initiative, but because it was a heated moment, there's a number of ready actions that are letting loose, which is 4 crossbow bolts, all coming at you.
Good.
All right. First one, or first 2, coming from the left side. Does 15 hit? Or I'm sorry.
Salty.
Let's turn that down. Sorry. Sorry. Does 17 hit?
No.
No.
Shield and
Are you
shield of
kidding me?
Yeah.
All right. 17 doesn't hit. 2 from the right. So.
Yeah.
They both come. What is your armor class without the shield?
19.
without shield of faith,
Yeah, it's 19.
without your shield.
Oh, without my shield, it would be 17.
17.
So my shield would be.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha. All right, so these things are flying through, and like they're not even hitting you. They're not even hitting the magic of the shield or anything like that. 2 more come, and I've got a 21.
That does hit.
21 does hit. So as 2 more come flying by, one of them just hits off of your magical shield. The other one just kind of pierces straight through. You see this brief crackle in the energy around Alistar as it just hits into your armor, right kind of in between. You just catch the crossbow bolt, just the tip of it into your shoulder, and that's going to be
AC 21 with
Yeah.
to the face.
it's a hand crossbow, or not a hand crossbow, it's a light crossbow. Oh my gosh, 2 points of piercing damage as it hits through. Top of the round is coming to
Taking more damage from
Silas.
shooting at him.
Let's do.
I'm going to stay right behind Alistar. I guess I'll use my action to just ready a dodge.
Okay, so you're taking the dodge action.
No, so remember what we discussed? You held your action to move after I've moved up. Because you can move as your held action.
I didn't realize that you moved at all.
No,
He's going to move.
but so that you don't waste your turn.
Oh,
essentially.
I see.
So,
So,
can
can I do that?
Well, I mean, it's a held action.
a held action. You know what? For right now, I'm gonna say you can't.
Okay.
But only because taking the dodge action and then moving on your next turn to follow through him would essentially cover almost the same
Okay.
the same basic end game for you guys.
Yeah.
So we'll say no holding actions for movement for
Okay.
now, and I'll look into it a little bit later. So you're gonna take the you're getting behind him and you take the dodge action, right? Okay, dodge action, get behind him. Now it is some of theirs turn. We had the held actions at the beginning. This one's letting loose. These 2 are letting loose another set of bolts. Now aiming for you.
Bring it on.
We're gonna actually say
Can they see him?
one of them you've got like quarter cover, which I think gives you +1 to AC. Quarter cover gives +1 to AC.
Okay, I'll take it.
So first one's gonna go with disadvantage. Fuck no. Second one's gonna go also with disadvantage, and you have the quarter cover. Fuck, wasted nat 20, and also doesn't hit. So 2 of these kind of go by. You see them kind of notch up and get ready. They fire through. You dodge out of the way of the other one. You kind of come back to look around, and what was going straight out at you, you see kind of ping off of the energy around Alistar as you kind of duck by, and it just whizzes past your head. Next turn's gonna be this guy who's coming in, and he's gonna move through. We'll say so that's gonna be 1. You can get up here. So he's gonna move in, and he's gonna take an attack. He's got a scimitar, but no armor. No. So he kind of comes in and just, and you bring your shield up and just bash straight into the scimitar, which flies back. It is your turn, actually.
I
Kick his
will.
ass.
So I'll hit him, or I'll attempt to hit him. Let's see here. That probably doesn't. Oh, does 13 hit?
13 does hit.
Ha
That is 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage, okay. And that's at 1, 2.
So I'll just bam, and then I'll just move past him. I don't even care if he tries to attack me.
Okay.
Pretty much up to these 2.
Gotcha. Boom. You get straight up to those guys. So he does take his attack of opportunity on you. He misses. 3-1. You go and you meet up with the scimitar. These guys are wearing armor. That's nat 20. Nat 20 for the scimitar. I am not doing the max dice. I wanted to again go back to core rules. So that is 9 points of slashing damage. As you kind of come up to the plank, there's this upward angle that puts you at a little bit of a disadvantage, and as you come in, he just immediately kind of comes through, digging into your armor, just hitting you, and you kind of start to almost take a knee, but hold yourself up as you take the damage. 3-1 and 3-2 follows up. The guy right next to him takes an attack as well. No, does not hit. 2. And then 1-3's going. This guy just immediately comes at you. You can see this little bit. The first guy hits and hits hard, so there's a confidence that they have right now. The second guy misses, but this guy's not too worried. He goes for a 19 to hit, and that would have hit you if you didn't have base. So he goes straight and just, and you see that the metallic shield around him, the translucent shield of faith that just, and it kind of hits and shines off of it as it backs up, and this look of like, oh fuck, in his face. 1-4 is going to, as much as it seems hopeless that you are terrifying, so they both are going for you still.
Oh my god.
No, they both miss. These things
Zane.
just kind
Killing
of start
it.
flying off. And Silas, it is your turn again.
Okay. So I'm going to dash
Okay.
past this guy.
All right. He's going to take his opportunity attack. Fuck no.
He has
Okay.
bonus action, so you can
Woo.
have your
Oh
regular
no, he
action.
doesn't. And he doesn't even get his. He uses his reaction on you. So
Oh,
yeah. So he doesn't even get the attack.
Yeah,
But keep going. Sorry.
So yeah, keep going.
Okay. I'm trying to keep track of the spaces underneath these chips.
Sorry.
1, 2,
Yeah. Free.
3.
So I think the chips are one space,
1, 2.
right?
No, he's doing it right.
Oh.
1, 2. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I can actually there's room. 30.
Oh.
Because he's not touching me.
Oh yeah, he's space 40.
35, 40, 45, 50.
You took dash, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The only reason is that because he went out of frame and walked over here. You're still able to get him. You're just further in.
Okay.
Okay. So that was dash as an action, or did you burn the key point?
Let's burn the key point for
Okay.
the dash, and then I'm going to attack him with my quarterstaff.
Kick his ass, Nick!
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's-
I don't. He's got 2 points of health, so
He
he's.
goes.
Oh yeah, no matter what you roll.
He's so
Oh
done.
gosh, yeah.
10 damage.
You
So
almost
done.
did his.
All right. So Alistar goes like just sauntering up. All of these crossbow bolts kind of pinging off of him. He comes in and just slaps one guy with his fucking mace. Heads up, takes the scimitar. Handles a bunch of flurry of scimitars coming at him. The crossbow bolts going by. It's a fucking war zone around Alistar. And as you see him run up and all of that happen, that's when you lock in and you kind of like wait for it. There's the moment. And you just run right past this guy. The wind going past you. As each step, the wood from the plank peeling off of your foot. As you run up, literally up the side of, because here it's the railing. You run up the side of the railing, putting one hand down on it, just hopping straight over, sliding across into the ship, to which you just immediately go beelining it. The guys kind of look back as you run through, and you just, and you just knock this guy right in the back of his head, dropping him down, and his dagger dropping out of his hand.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Pick it up, pick it up, it's time to go, it's time to go!
I can. I will if I can.
Bonus action?
You had done you had already had your quarterstaff
still
out,
had
so you still
movement.
have your free action and movement. You were at 55, right?
Yeah.
60, 65, 70.
So 75, 80.
75, 80, boom!
My dash gets me there.
And it's your free action to pick it up. Now your free action takes half of your movement, so we're gonna credit that or credit it from your next turn.
Alright, so you'll have.
So you have
You'll have half a minute.
half
Sorry.
a minute.
I don't understand.
Remember, the picking up an item takes a free action and half your movement.
So saying you
Then
can have it, but
already
yeah.
moved to your full.
Yeah. So.
Or actually, why don't we do this?
Well, why would that affect the next round? That's why I
Because you don't have
understand.
the movement to now. You no longer have the movement to go pick it up.
So I'll just do
on
it
this
on my
turn.
next turn.
And that's what I realized was your action next turn can be to pick it up.
And I'll still have all my movement.
Yeah, or you can use the free action and half your movement.
I don't want to half my movement.
Right. Okay. So right now you're above the dagger. Because of how everything happened simultaneously in combat, we'll say it just fell and you just kind of like went over. And right now we're like pausing the story as you go to like pick it up, and it comes over to, despite all of that,
Oh no.
despite the war zone that is Alistar, you have grabbed people's attention.
Oh fuck.
2 crossbow bolts coming your way.
Bring it on!
Okay. Does a 16 hit?
No.
Yes.
2 misses. So you and as you hit this guy, there is also a simultaneously
Right.
bolt coming right behind you, a bolt coming right in front of you. You knock him down and start heading for the dagger.
I want them to hit.
I don't want him
So
to
we can do deflectness.
oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, so now it is. Silas, you want, and then holy shit! Comes up and is hitting you, Alistar.
What do you get?
You're fine.
You're fine.
So he goes, and you just ching, 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 ching. It's like Jesus. Alistar, it's your turn.
Pretty much like
so
Jesus.
I'm going to.
Oh shit! I apologize.
So these guys are all around me, right? Or did another?
Oh
Okay.
god.
Oh no, these ones are armored.
Fuck.
But they'll pop in next round, so you still have.
So all 4 of those people are around me, right?
Yep.
I'm going to do Word of Radiance. So they all have to make Constitution saving throws.
Okay. DC.
My proficiency plus my modifier. So that would be 13.
13.
13.
Okay. One of them fails, the other succeeds.
It's all 4 of them.
I apologize. Let me do this. This is on me. So it's the second round combat. Oh no, that's fine. So we have a fail, a save, and then we got 1, 2, and 1, 3. 13, right?
Correct.
Okay. I've got 2 fails and 2 saves. What happens?
So on a fail, I think it's just failures.
There's the third slice.
Oh,
Second
yeah.
number.
So the ones who save, they don't take any damage to it. The ones who failed take 3. I rolled a 3, so 3 radiant damage.
Okay, so the 2 that failed take 3 radiant damage.
Yeah.
There's no other additional effect?
No.
Is it a cantrip?
Yes.
Okay, I was expecting something. I was
No,
expecting
just-
something.
No, just a cantrip. Yeah.
Okay, so 3 points of damage. And that was Word of Radiance?
Yes.
None, actually.
Word of Radiance.
So with all of them surrounding you,
Word of
you bring your mace in your hand to your shield again, and just shout out an incantation as this glowing light comes down again and just hits around you. Most of them kind of block it, but the other 2 get hurt. 3-1's turn. One opportunity
No.
attack.
Yeah, if I see him going for it.
Finish it.
Oh.
Does a 14 hit?
It does, even with the armor.
5 points of damage.
5 points of damage?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 sec. Okay. So when you hit him, he got hit by the radiance,
Yeah.
and it dropped him to 7. And now he's down to 2.
We're just giving these guys the 2 points.
And he moved 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh
Can't
my
even
god.
get to you.
Alright, and now it is 3-2's turn.
Did you hear if I lay this guy down?
Not at all. He turns around. Nope.
You can't do
Reach
anything.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dash.
Oh god.
1, 3. This guy is gonna stay on you, Alistar.
Just opening up the way out. That's all we're doing.
Misses. 1, 4, and 1, 5. These guys turn their crossbows.
There's that D10.
Okay, go. They're still fine. 2 attacks. They both miss. So the crossbow bolts go flying past you. This guy is down. Silas, it is your turn.
Okay. Disengage. Movement.
So you have to use your action to pick up the dagger or something like that? Was that right? Or does
That's
it-
right.
So if you actually-
So you can use your action to pick it up.
and then
But then disengage is an action unless I think you have step of the wind.
Yes.
Cool. So you'll need to use another key point.
Okay, so I'll pick up the dagger. I'll use another key point for step of the wind, disengage.
Okay.
We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait a second.
You can go.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Okay. That is the movement.
Action.
Action, bonus action. Yep.
That's fine. And that's it.
Okay.
I don't believe I can do anything else even if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Well, I do want to, but I can't.
All right. These guys are still treating you as the threat right now, so they are going to shoot their crossbows at you. Does a 15 hit?
No.
Oh my god, dude. All right.
Armor defense, baby.
They miss.
That's fine.
You have the dagger, should we run?
Oh yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Alistair, not your turn yet.
I mean,
You are
if you
getting
kill
an
them all,
attack.
we get a ship.
I like the way Cypher thinks when he's not here. You could have a ship.
Just take them
It's
all
not
out.
a bad idea.
Take them all out.
We can have the
All right,
evil
Alistair,
ship.
it's your turn. The guy behind you kind of goes for. He's gonna move around to kind of try to fill the space, and takes a swing with the scimitar, but just nothing is catching you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna. So those guys look like the leaders, right?
These guys are just
Armored.
armored. They're
They
wearing
look-
leather armor.
They just look more
Prepared.
Prepared, yeah.
Yeah, but
So-
they're dressed in the same kind of drab. Some of
Yeah.
them have leather pants, some of them have cotton pants, but different shades of red that kind of cover.
I'm going to smugly put my mace at my side, do one of these, and just walk away.
Later.
Yep.
Yep.
And then they can attempt.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah. So you just so you see Silas kind of like start running towards you, and you're like, peace, and back up, walk around. They ting 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 like just like furiously like trying to hit anything on you. All right, and then
And so I still have an action, right? So I'll take the dodge action, just in case.
okay, dodge
I
action.
still, but
Okay, so
yeah.
now
Kinda holding my shield
3-1
up.
changes his focus and
Yeah.
comes to Silas.
Oh god.
Yes.
Yeah, now it's a bunch of their turn. Before I go again.
Might not have been the best thing. All right, he missed on his turn.
I figured.
Oh, you know what? No, I'm sorry.
A
3-1,
shield, I
not
think.
1-3. 3-1 is this guy. But he also still missed. 3-2's running over.
Just dash.
Huh?
No, just run.
And he's going to do his attack. That's going to be a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
And that is 5 points of 5 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
Where are you at? Are you
No, I'm not like bad, but
Okay.
I got hit.
And you
with
guys can
swords.
share health with
Ow.
each other.
Okay.
It's
17.
okay.
in my mind, it's the best way to translate to a fellow player, like how you are looking. So
Yeah.
just you guys can share your health points.
Sure.
Cool.
In fact, I'm going to be playing with sharing health points to you guys so that you guys can realize how bad it
In
is.
fact, you have been
Mhm.
telling us.
I wait until you do damage, though.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I'm playing with. Anyways, so he's done his attack. Now it's his turn, and he's coming at you. He's gonna do his attack. Oh God, we got rid of flanking, right? 13.
No.
No, doesn't hit. 1 4 and 1 5. These guys are going to go ahead and take their attacks with their crossbows. 15.
No.
15 doesn't hit.
No.
What's your armor class?
17.
So what? Oh my God!
Dude, weird.
All right.
I'm actually really happy I
yeah.
didn't go with you guys.
I didn't think you'd hang or what?
Do you think you'd be dead?
I think I would be a little nervous. Just a little bit.
No, yeah. Silas was perfect.
They're
for this
both
one.
yeah.
gonna take that
It's fast, nimble.
dash action
High
to get
speed.
around you.
We're good.
Silas, you do get the top of the round.
Okay.
When you disengage, you
Run,
disengage from all of
Silas.
them.
Run!
Okay, so we're going to take my action to disengage. So I disengage from all these guys.
Yeah, a number of people start to surround Silas, and they start going for his move.
So
Their
I
hits.
just duck and bolt out, and I'm gonna run past that guy there. So he gets to roll on me.
No.
No, you
When
took
you
disengage.
disengage.
I disengage from him too.
You disengage from everything.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Go, 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 go,
Wait,
go, go, go.
I need to count it out. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35,
Right with.
40.
And that's just your disengage. You can use a key point to dash.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead of
Yeah,
me, that's fine.
yeah. I'm gonna use my last key point and
Dash. Okay.
Bolt it!
go another
Out
80
of
feet.
there!
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep.
8, right?
8 more.
Yeah, 8 more spaces. That's 40. All right. So, no, that was
No,
I-
I get 8. I get 8 more. I dash. That's 80
right.
feet.
You went
40.
40 here
40
and then 40 more here.
No, that was my movement.
Mm-hmm.
So
And then when you
That
dash,
was my regular movement.
40,
And then.
Oh,
and then you dashed another 40.
yeah.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
only
okay.
you use your your
He's like,
bonus
I'm
action to
he's like-
dash, and then
I can move across the map, okay, man?
All right, so as Silas starts running,
Good job.
Alistar kind of gives his asshole-ish peace out, folks, A-town, and starts walking away. But just then, they turn to address Silas. Silas has to take a moment to stop as he's dodging out of these swings with the scimitars. He starts getting surrounded, and then there's just this moment of, okay. Like, darts out. As he darts past these guys, there's one more guy who's starting to turn to like address Silas, try to surround him, keep him closed in there. Right as he turns around, Silas just slaps him in the face and walks down and just and runs past Alistar like, all right, let's go. And
Got
you
it.
guys are
Got it!
so that's your turn.
Wow.
It's not quite over
Oh,
though.
I'm sure it's not. They've still got
I was about to do the like.
eyes on us.
All right, crossbow's coming to you.
Oh.
I got a 20 to hit, or a 20. Oh my god, I've been doing a +1. They've had a +3 the whole time. I'm so mad at
Wow,
myself.
that really sucks.
Darn it!
All right, 22
God
definitely
damn it.
hits.
We need to start the encounter over.
And you're gonna take 6 points of damage. The reaction for the.
I caught it.
What do you want to do? You can spend a key point to throw it back.
Yeah, you
at
already
me.
used
I don't have any key
Yeah, he
points.
used
You're
it.
out of
Just
key?
snap it.
Okay, well it's a crossbow bolt,
Oh, fuck.
which is metallic.
So I'll just
oh no,
cap-
no, it's not.
It's not.
It's not. It's still wood. So yeah, you can snap it.
Okay, I'll just catch it, snap it. Just
Okay, so you run past Alistar, you look at it in the corner of your eyes, and you have this memory of the time in the field with your mentor, and you just snap it as you just continue your motion forward. heading out of there. The second one just breezes past behind you.
These guys just got dunked on.
Oh my god, is he really?
He's coming.
This guy's
This guy.
This guy is so determined, and now I know it's a +3. So that's a 17.
Still doesn't
Not
hit.
hit. Just fuck you, fuck you, and just screaming it at you. And it's your turn.
I just dash away.
Okay, you're gonna dash.
Yep.
Employee of the month, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
yeah, exactly.
Did I kill that guy?
Huh?
Did I just fucking kill that guy?
You don't know.
Okay.
You hit him in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Blunt force trauma.
He's knocked out from
Was there a blood pool?
No, there was no blood
Okay.
pool.
We're good.
Horrible swelling.
You do
Right.
that, and it will. That will go ahead and wrap up there.
Fuck.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god.
All
Fucking
right,
did it.
so we are going to take a break because this did go an hour and 40 minutes. So you guys, thanks for enjoying episode 5. We're gonna take a little bit of a break, and then we are gonna come back and get into the next segment of the game, which is gonna come over to the ladies and Cypher. So again, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Appreciate it. Thanks you guys, and have a good night.